The U.S. government's crypto strategy has been leaked, everybody. I have found the report, I have done the dive, and I've watched these hour-long meetings so you don't have to, because what's going to happen to Bitcoin relating to Bitcoin, big banks, and the government is going to send shockwaves through the industry. So if you hold any crypto whatsoever, you need to watch this video, and I have a bold Bitcoin price prediction at the end. Now, if we look at what's going on, this is about BNY Mellon. Now, BNY Mellon is America's largest custodian bank. More on what that means in a little bit, and they've appeared to receive SEC approval for crypto custody services in the U.S. Now, folks, everything I'm sharing for you, the deep dive that I did where I had to basically put on a tinfoil hat, all came from this Wyoming public hearing. We're going to dive into that in a second. But first, about BNY Mellon. Not only is it the largest custodian bank, it is also the oldest bank in the United States, established in 1784. So some say this is the most well-connected bank in all of America. Some say even better connected than BlackRock. Now, I had to dive into the Wyoming, basically archives, to find this information. Now, it wasn't easy. You had to go all the way to the state of Wyoming's state government website, and then you go to their calendars and you'll see legislative meetings. You click on legislative meetings, then you're going to find the meetings, and you go down to 916. You click on that, then you got to click on details. We click on details, and then it has the agenda. It has the minutes. I printed this out. I poured over it so you don't have to. And then you click on audio, video, and then it takes you to another page, and then you click AM, and then finally you can go to the source of the matter, folks. It is from this 4-hour select committee meeting on blockchain that we're getting all this information. Now, like I said, I did all the printouts and I read into it so you don't have to. But just to quickly summarize, they had testimony from the General Counsel of U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis. She's the senator for Wyoming. She indicated that BNY Mellon, again, the largest custodian and the oldest bank in America, had received a variance from complying with the SEC's Staff Accounting Bulletin, SOB 121. These guidelines were previously seen as a major hurdle for banks looking to enter the crypto custody business. Now, more on SOB just real quickly here. Now, Staff Accounting Bulletin 121 is significant because it requires publicly traded banks to place digital assets on their balance sheet. This change contradicts a basic rule of bank custody, that bank custodial assets are always held off balance sheet. As a result, banks are staying on the sideline. So if you wonder what a custodian is, I don't mean sweeping your floors, of course. No, we're talking about a financial institution that holds customers' securities for safekeeping. More simply put, custodian may hold stocks, bonds, or other assets in electronic or physical form on behalf of its customers. And so if you had $10 million worth of Apple stock, and I was worried about holding it in some, random account off an app on my phone, a bank would hold my $10 million worth of Apple stock and they would just charge me a small fee. Well, SOB 121 changed the rules for crypto. And so if you were to hold $10 million in Bitcoin for me, the bank would have to have $10 million in liabilities, meaning they would have to have $10 million in cash just sitting there to offset the $10 million in Bitcoin. They do not have to do that for any of their other assets. And so essentially it was an attack on crypto, meaning banks were on the sidelines. They had no interest in crypto as long as this rule was enforced. But it looks like we're giving exemptions to well-connected banks, and BNY Mellon, the largest custodian and the oldest bank, has now been given special permission to hold Bitcoin without having to have the liabilities on their balance sheet. Now, buried within the meeting was this quote right here. BNY is looking to get more involved in the crypto custody business. They had some problems with SOB 121, and the SEC has apparently given them some kind of variance from SOB 121 to move forward. This is very bullish for crypto, and other people are also picking up on the fact, like Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor, of course, one of the largest individual holders of Bitcoin through his MicroStrategy company, and not only that, has Michael.com. Credible rumors are circulating that one or more major banks in the U.S. will soon be able to custody Bitcoin. Well, folks, like I said, I did the deep dive, so this doesn't seem to be a rumor. This seems to be confirmed from the senator's lawyer's testimony. And so we have done the deep dive, but now for the Bitcoin price prediction here. Well, folks, I got some good news, and someone in the chat was the one who pointed out we're in the middle of a W pattern. Now, if you see some patterns, let me know down below. We're going to be reading the comments. But Bitcoin has been stuck in this parallel channel all the way since March. So we're going on over half a year at this point, and you can see what happens. It does look like we could potentially run out to the top of this first parallel range. Now, if you're wondering, what is the price target if we were to hit the top part of the range? Well, we're looking at close to $67,000 Bitcoin, 67,700 or so if it happens in the next couple days. But what about this W pattern? The W pattern is a lot more bullish, and you can see the W pattern forming this other parallel channel. So if we make this one invisible, then draw out the new one, you can see the bottoms of the W kind of moving to the upside here. And so you expect the tops to follow a similar pattern. And that's given us a very bullish price target of, drumroll please, brand new all-time high. That is right, 75K. So we're seeing this big shift from America's oldest well-connected bank. We're seeing the SEC totally reverse the SOB 121 rules. This is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin. And so I could see 75K in the near term. That's the price I'm looking at. And folks, hopefully I'll see you and your Bitcoin bags at the top.